families and the heroism of the first responders. Let's check in with our pit reporters for tonight, Mr. Todd Bodine and Caitlin Vinci. Have a good night down there, guys.
Well, thank you, Jamie, and keep an eye on short track racer Caden Honeycutt. Now, he is currently below the line, but he tells me he's not worried based on the speed he's seen in that 52 truck and the fact that the transition to Homer Friesen continues to go well. But he told me Bristol, one of his favorite racetracks. He says he's had a lot of good runs here in the past. He qualified fourth, and he says, I expect to be one of the first drivers to make that move to the top. Todd?
Tyler Ankrum left Bristol Motor Speedway this spring with a solid fourth place finish and immediately went to Rockingham Speedway and won his way into the playoffs. They come back tonight to Bristol with incredible amount of confidence. They brought this same truck with this same setup. Tyler said it's driving outstanding. He loves it. Qualified third, fully expects to run up front all night and have a shot to win this race. Jamie?
Thank you, Todd. Yes, Tyler seemed pretty optimistic earlier when you chatted with him. So, Joey, show us our Craftsman track description for tonight.
Absolutely. Well, you guys know it. It's a half-mile racetrack. You see just a little bit over that. The really cool part about Bristol, though, is the banking. You see there in the turns 24 to 28 degrees. The back straightaway, front straightaway, both pretty flat. So you have a huge banking transition as you get into the corners. Short straightaways, though, 650 feet goes by really fast at this place. Really fun, fast half-mile track.
Kevin, let's take a look at the race strategy sponsored by Ram. What is our strategy tonight?
Well, I think the first strategy is take the points, and all of our playoff guys are up in the front of this field, and as we talked in our pre-production meeting, you have to be able to gather those points through the stages. We know that they can run the first two stages without making a pit stop, so your pit strategy is going to probably be, if you're running in the front, you're going to pit at the end of that second stage. And the other thing is, when does that high groove come into play? When, as a driver, does that lap?
Love this view. Jake Garcia on the inside, Corey Heim outside. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, right off the bat, Joey, I think that the lane choice was, we saw in the ARCA race, that bottom lane had a tough time getting going on the restarts, and that lets that outside truck be able to push the finish.
Already? Trying to hang on to it. Comes to a stop, doesn't hit anything, but has to take a ride down pit lane, just like that.
And that's what we're talking about. You know, we see these mistakes. We haven't seen how this happened yet, but these are the moments that you don't want when you're in the playoffs in the middle of these things.
And you talked about it a little bit, Kevin. These guys are all pretty new to playoff pressure. And these big moves, here's a big move right off the bat, lap one. Trying to get 3 wide underneath the 7. And yeah,
just too early.
It's tight, and that other piece too, that traction compound's not in yet, right? That grip is not there
and
yet.
The tires are still cold.
And pretty early.
Another angle here of the contact between Corey Day and Lane Riggs.
And it's just one of those moments where it's probably not necessary this early in the race. And you can see right there at the end, it's like, oh man, do I want to be here? Do I not want to be here? Not really sure. And then you wind up in a bad spot.
At that point, you're committed, right? Like once you're almost to the door number of the truck that you're inside of, you're kind of like, I'm here, and you just kind of ran out of space.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right here. It doesn't look bad. He barely hit it, no toe out or anything. I mean, was I not there plenty? I mean, what the heck? I mean, you're out of tire. I'm trying to check up. Damn.
Lane Riggs was running 7th at the time, and guys, his teammate last race at Darlington, same thing. We were just a handful of laps in, and he had trouble. Unfortunately, that took Chandler Smith out.
You got to be patient at the beginning of these races to just kind of give it a lap, maybe 2 laps, to just let it play out a little bit.
5 races in the Truck Series schedule.
There you go. You see that traction compound. It just came in this lap. And everyone's going to say, if you're not down there, you're in trouble. And you see Ty Majeski there in the 98. Uh-oh. You better find a way down before it's too late.
Yeah, and you can see how clean the racetrack is, and you can, as we look at these corner exit views right there, you can start to see the rubber is just starting to go down in that second groove, but it takes a while for all that rubber to go down and start to push the groove up, and when that traction compound is activated, it starts to rip around the bottom.
And it's going to look like this, guys, I think for a number of laps, maybe 30 or so, where the trucks are going to all be on the very bottom. Eventually, everyone's going to wear that traction compound out. It's going to get clumpy with rubber. It's nasty. Then you're forced to start doing some other stuff. That's where the track really gets pretty racy.
Already coming up on lapped trucks. So we see Tyler Ankrum trying to hold off Chandler Smith for the 4th spot. See Rajat Karuth there, Kevin. We talked about him in practice. He was not happy. He was the slowest of all the playoff drivers. They made a good adjustment in qualifying, though. Got him that track position. Running in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, I mean, he was 26th in